Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation as to universal contentment. The Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Pride, tradition, the game neither dares lose. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Merino shoots! Hits off target and by quite a way.
Look, we've all been there. Not that it'll make him feel much better at the moment.
Cantona making his 200th appearance today. I guess that's the most significant team news.
Yeah, and he's proven himself to be quite a player in the last 199, Peter. Flexible, adaptable, showing a real tactical aptitude, and number 200 should be no different.
And it's hoisted clear. And that's a Mohamed Salah! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
He actually looks pretty annoyed with himself there. He's usually better than that.
Calafiori. Well, both starting the game at a pretty decent tempo. Calafiori. Cantona simply refused to be outdone there. Now, can they get him away? Drogba. He can get that clear. No goals as yet. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Merino. Now it's Trossard. Trossard. And he's picked it up out wide. Oh, sweet feet. Stood up well to him there. Gerrard. Now it's Hazard. That has been cut short. Well, for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Rice. And Gabriel. Out to the right. Now it's Eze. Saka. And it's Rice. And here's Trossard. Eze. And that's a simple one for the keeper. Gabriel calmly anticipates. Now it's Merino. He shifted it to the flank. Mohamed Salah is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Can he get it through? Oh, important interception. Calafiori. For Rice. Eze. Calafiori. Now it's Rice. And he's been shifted off it. Makaleli. And the counter is on. Mohamed Salah receives it in a wide position. Trossard. So what can they make of this? Now it's Merino. And it's Eze. Now it's Saka. He was under real pressure there. Now there's a... And he shoots! chance! Goal! Arsenal! And that is stunning, just too hot to handle.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
Arsenal, after 38 minutes, is number 19, Trossard. Trossard. Trossard.
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
Well, he's certainly happy with that after what's been said in the build-up, you know. That's a modern defender's instinct from a modern...
Terrific header! Oh, it rattles the bar! Calafiori. Now Trossard. And it's Rice. Now it's Marino. Arsenal disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Now it's Saka. Eze. Ambitious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Makaleli. Looking to play him in. Great ball, and he's in here. Timber. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Well, it's been a proper derby so far, no doubt about that. Intense and utterly captivating.
Everyone, please welcome our players to the field.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think starting this half in a strong manner is essential, Peter, if you're chasing the game, which they are. You know, go with intent and purpose. Let your opponents know you're not just going to quietly bow down.
Now it's Marino. Saliba. Now it's Eze. No, that's been intercepted. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Saliba. Gabriel. Now Trossard. Calafiori. And it's Rice. And it's Eze. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing.
This is actually quite a courageous move, and I'll add ambitious and adventurous too.
Merino is wide and looking to get onto this. Adams. Tottenham still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Trossard. That's good running with the ball. Rice. That's Eze. Showing great feet there. Out to the left it goes.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
The attendance for this
Now,
match
can they
is
get him away?
60,000.
And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
Oh, it's very good running, that. You're always going to have chances with that kind of movement.
Dixon. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. Gerrard. And it's Salah. Now it's Marino. Calafiori looking to run onto it. Azar. Looking for the run, and that could set him on his way. That's the keeper's ball.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
And he was quick to react. Saliba. Hazard. There he goes, motoring forward. Oh, shooting chance! And one more try! And he's found the net! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
The goal scorer.
He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
That is good alertness.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Well, what about it? It's turned into a real fight to the last. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, they can break here. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Crosses it into the area. Timber tries to clear. Trossard. Arsenal do have a chance to counter here. Now it's Drogba. A searching ball out wide. Big chance! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
He's picked his way through. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Pass is just off target.
Well, that might be that, Peter.
There
Maybe
will be
both
1
sides
minute
just going to
added
have to
time.
settle for the draw now.
So that's it. It is all over. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intriguing. And both sides, as it turns out, unable to be separated. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Well, I think all things considered, Peter, this was a fair result. Both sides showed the right qualities to try and win it and, you know, ultimately ended up cancelling each other out, at least result-wise. I think any other outcome, I don't think would have been fair.
Please be reminded that
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening.
Face red, droopy eyes.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next
Hello,
2 hours,
everybody,
it
and
might not
welcome
feel
to
like that.
today's match.
The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. And as you can see, we've already started here. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Well, Peter, I think you and I can be sure that neither of us are going to present a serious challenge in trying to outrun Mickey van der Ven. This Dutchman is unusually fast for a defender, particularly the fact is he's 6'4". So I'm just concerned about his hamstrings. I know he's had problems in the past, and I just hope that doesn't go on to interrupt his career, but there's nobody really capable of outrunning him.
Yeah, he'll certainly be leaving his mark on this game, quite possibly actually at both ends. Petit. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, there's a probing ball. And it's Seedorf. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Seedorf is sporting a guilty look after that.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
No, he's not getting any further than that. It's a searching pass. Roberto Carlos. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Darren Fletcher, well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
It is early, but the game hasn't yet sparked into life. Oh, played right into his path. Goes for goal! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
The timing of the pass and run was exquisite.
Hazard, and he skips past his man. Stood up well to him there. Bullet. And it's Petit. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Hullet. Neither side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Fletcher. Looking for options for movement. Seedorf. Adams kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Looking tidy in possession here. He's had a shot! Seedorf. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Van der Vaart. Decent chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
And we have our very first corner. Van der Vaart goes short. Great chance! Tottenham are looking to go forward now. That is ended up in no man's land. And it's Petit. Can he get it through? Now it's Hazard. He is through here. Oh, he's got a sight of goal. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Bullet. Very nearly half an hour gone here. Now it's Seedorf. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Well, everything up to the final pass looked decent. They just couldn't pick out that killer ball. Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Suarez showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. A probing pass. Hazard looking to get on the end of this. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that has not gone well. Edmilson. Van der Vaart. Mbappe, and the shot! He's scored! All over in seconds. That's what they can do to you.
Well, this is a well-rehearsed drill. As soon as possession is regained, the commitment to attack is lethal.
So we have our breakthrough.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
And he welcomes it in. Hazard finds himself offside. Great defending, strong and determined. Great ball if he can get there. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's Mbappe. This looks promising. Mbappe goes for a shot! He's scored! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, a 1-2 is easier to pull off than most dribbles, and I think we've just seen the proof.
Indonesia are now luxuriating in a 2-goal lead.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down, but they'll need to do that.
And the first half is done. So your views on the first half?
Well, I'm looking at the body language, Peter, and it doesn't look great. It's going to be pretty hard for them to pick themselves up from here. But there's still a maybe at play. Maybe they'll thrive on the adversity.
Our birthday boy, a very special birthday. Substitution for Indonesia, number 8, Emmanuel Petin.
Here we go again.
Coming on to replace him is...
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now, can they get him away? And again, they run up against stubborn defending. Tottenham different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Oh, that's a key interception. Roberto Carlos. Looking to play him in. And it's been played through. Bellingham! And it's there! And the lead is extended still further. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
It was wonderful vision to see the movement ahead. And how about the weight of that pass? Ideal.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
A case now of complete control. pinches it off him. He slings it in.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Not the most accurate pass. Great, it's Cristiano Ronaldo! And he hits the net. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
So is this the start of a comeback? It's a pretty loose pass. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Hazard. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Tottenham do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Threads one in. Adams spots it and intercepts. Now he's got space here. Well, that looks a cracking ball. Shoots! Oh, taken with style.
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
We have got ourselves a game here.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in. Mbappe really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
And this is Ronaldo.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement. Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Gullit was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Now it's Hazard. He's a sharp little ball here. That is a brilliant interception.
Indonesia clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Oh, that's well spotted. Now that looks a decent ball. And this is Ronaldo. Can he finish? He scores! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on. Well, it would have been harder to miss.
Bale really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
We have ourselves a real game here.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Knocks it into space. He's picked his way through. Chance for a shot! That's another chance! He has done it! Into the lead once more. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
Well, they say all goalkeepers are crazy, and after that, maybe there's some truth in it.
So we have a breakthrough, and now how will things develop from here?
Well, it's better late than never, Peter, and that's potentially decisive now.
Decent attempt, but not quite good enough.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
And the keeper beats it away. Nice interception, well timed.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
No, that's been intercepted. Played in, big header! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Pass somewhat off target. And that was very necessary. And that's been won straight back. Oh, strongly challenged there.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
That's a good... And he shoots! Off the post! It's not an especially good pass, that. Nice-looking ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. And there goes the final whistle. Well, that turned out to be quite a game. Both sides committed, determined, driven. And whilst you might argue to the contrary, perhaps a fair result on the balance of things.
Please join me.
What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area. But the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. And few venues rise to an occasion quite like this one. It is, of course, the world-famous Old Trafford. So it's away we go then.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front... And Messi! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Manchester United with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that has been knocked clear. Tries to play it through. He's on it. Can he get away? Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Well, Peter, I know people are probably going to knock me as being biased towards my trade, but when you have someone like this fellow, Josko Guardiola, on your side, it's hard not to pick him out. Such an extraordinary defender with an unconventional style, incredibly quick, and so good at carrying the ball forward. Keep your eyes on him.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Bergomi gives no quarter whatsoever. And here's Azar. Now it's Pelé. That ball looks a good one. That pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Now it's Torres. Maldini cuts it out. And that is as far as they're going to go. Played back in. Messi. Searching pass he's played there. Torres gets flagged offside. It's a pretty loose pass. Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
Manchester United clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
Now, can they get him away? Bonucci gets a foot in here. Tries to pass it through. Now, he's got space here.
He looked rushed. He should have waited for some movement.
Looking for the run. Chance for a shot! And it's a goal! So smooth. A signature finish.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
After 23 minutes is number
So the
10.
first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
This might spell danger. It's a searching pass. Can he finish? Oh, he hit that sweetly. Oh, what a climb! And now a sudden chance to counter. That pass has been well intercepted. Danielson, still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And it's Makalele. Ronaldo is in a really good position out wide. Can he finish? Oh, it's fallen loose again! It's in! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye.
The goal scorer.
And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, it still had to be finished off, so well done to the goal scorer, but the keeper should have done a lot better.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So it's away we go then. So Jim, this feels like a lineup designed to counter threats out wide, is that it?
Yeah, you will in theory have the numerical advantage, Peter, on the wings. So it's going to be a bit of a challenge for the opposition to try to get past you. On the other hand, you're essentially inviting your opponents up the field. It's going to be a fine balancing act between letting your opponents have the ball and looking for opportunities to counter. But it can work really well.
And that was nowhere near his best.
Giuseppe Bergami, certainly one of the fiercest opponents I've had the honour of facing.
Well, one of Italy's finest, and surely anyone's. Can he finish? It's loose in for the pieces. Goal! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
So, a breakthrough already. And he welcomes it in. And can he finish it? He has done it! 2, and we've barely begun here. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. Indonesia are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
A disastrous start. 2 down in next to no time. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Couldn't squeeze it through. Iniesta. Can he get it through? Up towards the front line. Rijkaard wins the duel this time.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Threads one in. He's being urged to shoot. Oh, that's a fine interception. And he's had a hit. Oh, split-second reaction.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And we have our very first corner. Big header! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Cristiano Ronaldo really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Danger averted for now. Ambitious ball here. Now that looks a decent ball. Now this could be a chance. Edmilson, searching pass he's played there. Knocks it into space. And he's heaved it away. Oh, there's a probing ball. And now a sudden chance to counter. Good ball over the top. Good running, strong and purposeful. He's in a good position here. Crossed in again. Up he goes! Relentless! Just relentless! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. It was wonderfully efficient.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
A case now of complete control. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, taken with style. Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
After 35 minutes is...
So, just a consolation, or is there a way back from here?
Ronaldo!
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Played in by Gerrard. Defending of the desperate variety. Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Well, that pass isn't the best. Quality ball. Strokes it back.
That's good pressure. It gave him no other choice.
Has crossed into the middle. It's a goal kick. That has been cut short. Now it's Pelé. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. And we hit half-time.
Substitution.
Here we go again.
I think it'll be fascinating to see how they're going to change their approach here. They have to go for it and try and pull one back, but they also have to be aware that going 3 down will probably seal their fate.
And the pass is intercepted. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Pinches it off him. Messi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Bergomi gets a foot in and wins the ball. Not the most accurate pass. Gets into some space. Nice sequence of passes, this. Goes for a shot! Oh, he hit that sweetly. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Driving forward. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. It's not an especially good pass, that.
There's no doubt it's a long way back, but they can at least give us something to believe the gap might be closed.
Almost an hour gone. And he's picked out the run. And he's in on Cristiano Ronaldo! He's got a goal! A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Well, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. This is threatening to become a really good game.
Well, there's a real sense that the momentum has shifted here, Peter, and the crowd are reacting to that now. Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. And that is a little undercooked. Could try cutting inside here. Crossed into the box. Messi. And it's been played through. Oh, cracking. What a chance! They've done it! Do not write them off. Back they come. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, a little more decisiveness on the ball and that probably wouldn't have happened, but still, it was very well played. Great pressure to force the error.
This has become one superb game of football.
And things are much healthier in their favour. Mind you, you would have thought that when the last one went in.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a searching pass. Oh, that's a key interception. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, well measured. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting watch. There are no signs of nerves or caginess from either team. This pitch is go-for-it territory right now.
Has a look and plays it forward. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. 5 minutes left on the clock. And he was quick to react. Can he get on the end of this?
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
Substitution for Indonesia. Number 4.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Number 23.
Bale! Good stop. Indonesia have the chance to go the other way. Played into space. Confirmation that there will be 2 minutes stoppage time. Passing is crisp and sharp. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that is it, the referee has seen enough. Magic, what a magical football match, and genuine respect all round. Cristiano Ronaldo picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with...
4*100 points.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. The action has already started. We're talking a genuinely stylish player here in Frank Rijkaard. You're not arguing with that, Jim, are you?
No, I've got to totally agree with every word you just said. As holding midfielders go, he is one of the very best. Nothing phases him.
Maldini has been showed a yellow card for that offence, just to confirm. Reinders. And this is Roberto Carlos.
Well, not the...
Takes a shot! And he's taking no chances there. Looking to play him in. Played into the box. Well, that pass isn't the best. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Van Dijk cuts it out. Passing is crisp and sharp. Can he get it through? Zanetti. It's a mighty effort! It's there!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
Picked that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
Just needs a little bit of fine-tuning.
Pirlo. Rijkaard. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Oh, that's a very decent ball now. Threads one in. Van Dijk gets across to intercept that. Pirlo. And it's Rijkaard. Played out wide. Makaleli. Van Dijk spots it and intercepts. And here's Hullet. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Searching pass he's played there. Oh, that's well spotted. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Czech gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. That's been cut out, well played.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, no joy this time. Roberto Carlos. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone is doing just that.
You make it sound so simple. brilliantly cut out. Has a look and plays it forward. Out to the left it goes. Roberto Carlos, played into the middle. Rijkaard with the clearance. Played back in. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. And he gets rid in a hurry. That's a cute ball. That is a great pick out. That's a shade optimistic. Zanetti, who's set up one goal so far. Reinders. And it's Roberto Carlos. Now Van Dijk. Nesta.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And claimed it back swiftly. Van Dijk, a player who needs no introduction. Nicely shaped ball. Not the most accurate pass. Big chance! Really well taken goal. And this is getting better and better. And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
That's expertly finished, and he's done that so often.
So that's 2 now without reply.
We're looking at a very different game now. The command has been established.
And this real chance! Lampard
are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Zanetti. Rijkaard.
There will be 1 minute
Collier.
at a time.
He's a sharp little ball here. Danger averted for now. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. So your views on the first half?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Substitution in progress.
And we're off again.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
It's gone out for a throw-in. No way through there. Reinders is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. He's looking wide. And it's Pirlo. Collar. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Collar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless.
substitution.
So here comes the substitution.
Well, the way this game is offering less possession, they'll need to have a very good conversion rate.
And this is Bale, looking for the run. Pass is just off target. And he shoots! There's a goal! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
There's the shot!
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he did the hard part right, but fluffed the finish.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
And this is Bale. Bale unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Chooses to go cross-field.
Good switch, that.
Can he get on the end of this? That looks a good ball through. Collar.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Out of play for a throw.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
And here's Hullet. It's a really well-measured ball. And he's onside. And that should get the job done. Zanetti picks it up out wide. Bergomi produces the perfect tackle there. Zanetti got a long way forward to join the attack. Pirlo proves too strong. That's a good ball out wide. Cross needs to be... Oh, smashing header! No mistake! Well, there was to be no other outcome.
Well, you've got to give him credit for pressing so quickly there.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
So the lead now is 2.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Now here's the delivery. Well, some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. That has ended up in no man's land. Back to the keeper it goes. Zanetti crosses. Messi pinches it off him. Roberto Carlos picks it up now. Bale. Well, that looks a decent ball. And he's picked out the run. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Chance, surely! And he's found the net! Late drama, late goal! This will be one frantic ending! Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
That's just a fabulous, fabulous finish. Anything that close to the frame of the goal, 99 times out of 100, the keeper's not getting there.
We have got ourselves a game here. Aims beyond the defence. Tries to play it through. And this is... He's had a shot! And he's following up! Oh, it's there! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! Not so much sophistication as doggedness and sheer bloody-mindedness.
Listen, he would have been advised to do that as a kid, and it's obviously etched in his mind now.
All square again into the dying minutes.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
The pass has gone astray. And time is up. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Yeah, this looked the most likely outcome, but we've had a good variety in this game, despite it being anticlimactic.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. So we're all back together again, fresh still in our minds, those memories, the unbelievable highs, the unforgettable lows. And as the sides return to cross swords for the first time again, we just remind ourselves of the magic of this game. This is what it does to you. It keeps bringing you back, no matter what. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Priol, defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Vlahovic. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe. Locatelli was in no mood for any of that. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And this is Messi. Oh, he's tripped him right on the cusp of the penalty area. No, the referee's judged that the offence took place outside the area. It's bounced back off the post. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Vlahovic. And it's McKennie. McKennie with the delivery. And the keeper gets his hands on it. First quarter of an hour gone. Plays it through. Cambiasso in acres of space out wide. Oh, well played. So a third of the match or thereabouts gone, and we still await the first goal. Well read, nice interception. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. McKennie stood his ground strongly. Now this could be a chance. It's crossed into the big header! That's a half-decent try.
Well, there wasn't too much wrong with his effort. He needs to get on the ball again and give it another crack. I would.
Makaleli. Well, here's a guy who's come as close as you can to perfecting the game, though his demeanour could barely be more modest. He really is every bit the anti-Galactico.
Yeah, and you wouldn't think that he's one of the great all-time midfielders until you actually see what he does on the pitch. Royalty.
Andres Iniesta. Few do it better than him. Some say nobody has done it better than him. Thuram. And here's Yildiz. Makaleli proves too strong.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs a retry, maybe with a better outcome.
He has found the way through. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
That's going to go a long way. That'll be a throw-in. And here's McKennie. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Conceição. Now, can they get him away? Now it's Luis Suarez. Mbappe. Cup Miners getting this one clear. Messi plays it short. That's good play. Deep cross. And that has been knocked clear. Looking for options for movement. Thuram. Cambiasso. Vlahovic is onto this. And Kalulu. Thuram. Locatelli. And it's Locatelli. Iniesta.
This is the time you need that pace.
There will be 1 minute at a time.
Now it's Mbappe. Over to the left. Oh. And the whistle goes for half-time. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment. So we reached the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Is about to be towed away. Everyone, please welcome to the field our players. Substitution in progress.
And we're underway again. So the first half brought no goals. Yildiz. David. Tries to play it through. So what can they make of this? Messi. They get a throw in. And here's Messi. He's in a great position here. Cleared without complication. Makaleli. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Now it's David. Now it's David. Now it's McKennie. And it's Thuram. David! Thuram. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And the finish! It's in! And finally, he has breathed life into the game!
Look, that was a technical interaction of great football. That has gone down a treat.
After 55 minutes is number 9, Vlahovic.
So we have the first goal.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Iniesta. He's a sharp little ball here. He's on it. Can he get away? And that was very necessary. And claimed it. Oh, terrible pass. Nicely weighted ball. McKennie.
The attendance for this
So we've
match
reached
was
the hour mark.
51,832.
Your impressions so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Probing pass. Rudiger looking to hit the byline here. And he knocks it clear. That has earned a reprieve for the time being. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Played with finesse. And a shot! And he's there to belt it away. Puyol. Can he get on the end of this? McKennie. Great vision. It's a promising position. Ah, he's given it away. Oh, that's fabulous. Takes a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And it's Luis Suarez. He has a look up.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Substitution.
Time for a change in personnel. Milik to come on, a change that had been mooted for a while.
Yeah, they've gone for more energy up front. This is a clear message, Peter.
Now it's Vlahovic. Good ball, good take. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Now it's David. Now it's Milik. Out to the right.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Makaleli. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And it's Makaleli. Cannavaro. Now that looks a decent ball. Iniesta. That's tidy. Played into the middle. Terrific header. And he hits the net. Do not write them off. Back they come.
Well, when it's pieced together as efficiently as that, it's a joy to watch.
After 82 minutes is number 20, Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez. Luis Suarez.
So there's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, at this stage, Peter, it's going to come down to how badly they want to win this.
Cannavaro. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
Oh, good-looking ball.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
No, it's come to nothing. Bonucci. And Makaleli. Iniesta providing an outlet on that flank. He's picked his way through. It's Iniesta! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! The angle was unkind, but he has hit the spot.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible.
Andres Iniesta. Andres Iniesta. Andres Iniesta.
Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
And no, that was never going to make it. That's been cut out, well played. Locatelli, now it's Vlahovic, and it's made its way to him. Deep into stoppage time. Threads one in, Milik. Buffon claims comfortably. And that's that. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Iniesta picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. Thrilling, nail-biting, perhaps frustrating until the very end, but we do have a winner.
Well, I just think that determination and persistence has paid off handsomely to squeeze the win out of a draw. Sometimes it comes down to grit and desire and the stubbornness to keep plugging away. And this has been great staying power.
And that's where we have to end it. From me, Peter Drury, and my co-commentator, Jim Beglin, a very good evening to you all. So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. And as you can see, we've already started here. Marseille have chosen to go 4-3-3. Jim, how do you see it?
Well, a system promoted by the rise of total football, Peter. The wider players in the front three are key operators in how it all works on and off the ball. They have to provide for the central striker, of course, and protect their fullbacks, so...
And Messi! Out to the left it goes. And here's the chance to counter. Lovely pass, but can he get there? This looks promising. Great ball, and he's in here. Greenwood! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Mateus is there, and he can get that clear. That's a sharp pass. Now it's Messi. Now that looks a decent ball. And he shoots! There it is! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Le numéro.
Marseille are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Aubameyang! And Aubameyang! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Searching pass he's played there. Now it's Mbappe. Mbappe looking sharp there. Vermeeren.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Oh, that's fabulous. Gomez. Out of play for a goal kick. Bonucci. And it's Iniesta. He's shifted it to the flank. Now, can they get him away? Emerson picks it up out wide. Oh, nice touch. Iniesta. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal. And it had to be.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Emerson gets into a good position. And he's there to get it away. Makaleli. Luis Suarez. And it's Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mbappe receives it in a good position here. Over to the left. Hoisted in. And he's taking no chances there. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Balls over the line, and it is a corner. Iniesta attempts a clearance. Greenwood receives it in a wide position. He's a sharp little ball here. That's tidy. Now it's Greenwood. Not much subtlety about that challenge. Greenwood with the short one. Murillo out to the right. Now it's Greenwood. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Murillo. Greenwood. That'll be a throw-in. Rudiger. Now it's Luis Suarez. Looking for options for movement. No, it's come to nothing.
Suarez really has the confidence and skill to be able to hold the ball up like that until support arrives a little sooner, and just maybe there he overdid it slightly and should have released it because the support was arriving quickly.
Now it's Mbappe. There's the whistle for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
I thought that was a decent 45 minutes of football. Plenty of signs that both managers can take a lot of encouragement from. I would say the mood is neither overly negative nor positive. You still have to approach this like it's 0-0.
Leading a cagey game here. It's had its moments, and it's 1-0 at the break. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Well, it's been tight, Peter, but I'm expecting things to open up now and we get some free-flowing football.
Vermeeren. And it's Murillo. Now it's Luis Suarez. He's in a great position here. Gomez. Opts to play it. Aubameyang! Messi.
It's the sort of situation that they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that could set him on his way. Mbappe. He's having a go. Well, now it's a race for the ball. Højbjerg. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. Aimed beyond the defence. Oh, lovely feed, he is such a good mover. Quick look, then plays it in.
Was that the first time we've seen them try that? It's definitely given the opposition a little more to think about.
Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, that's a clever-looking ball. Yep, it's a corner.
Changement pour l'Olympique de Marseille.
Marseille can now introduce the first of their substitutes.
Well, it's an interesting move, this, Peter. It just gives opposition defences a very different challenge.
He can get that clear. A Probing pass. Deftly away. That's a cute ball. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Shot, surely! Goal! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Unrelenting, uncompromising pressure on him. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Iniesta. Mateus. Now it's Luis Suarez. Not the most accurate pass. Pavard. And back to the keeper. And it's Murillo. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Couple of changes then in quick succession.
Changement pour l'Olympique de Marseille. Le numéro 8, le numéro 18. À leur place, le
Højbjerg.
numéro 20, le numéro
Pavard.
19. Geoffrey Kondogbia.
And Aguirre. Just about up to 75 minutes. Great vision. Spread neatly. Oh, that's neat. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Iniesta. Cannavaro. That's gone for a throw-in. Emerson cuts out the pass. Aubameyang. Emerson. Now it's Aubameyang. Oh, this is a decent chance! And he hits the net!
Yeah, and he did well not to stray offside there as well, Peter. He just seemed to instinctively know when the ball was going to be delivered, and he got it right.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, I think they have every chance of levelling this now, Peter, but they've got to stay calm and not go completely gung-ho.
It'll be a throw-in. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Flings in across. He gets big. He scores! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Après 85 minutes de jeu par le numéro 20.
So the lead now is 2.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Emerson providing an outlet on that flank. Triol deals with that comfortably. Makaleli.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Traore. Now it's Guiri. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Emerson. And the number on the board is 3. Traore. And it's Emerson. Knocks it into space. Challenge just a bit on the firm side. Referee has just said play on. And that is that. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A winner. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So we're up and running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Peter. It's his pace that's his main attribute, especially over those first few yards.
And there's the shot! And for sure, that was not one of his best.
He just didn't catch that one right, and he knows it.
Looking for options for movement. Oh, this looks sharp. Eze. It's Kimmich. Griezmann. Thinks one through. This looks promising. Rijkaard gets it clear. Makaleli. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Griezmann. And here's Aubameyang. And he's been shifted off it.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt.
Real chance! What a wonderful goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Well, I think he was saying to his teammates, how dare you doubt me?
They have what they wanted, the first breakthrough.
So far, so good, Peter, but they need to start thinking of the next one now. Take this momentum and force the issue even more.
And here's Aubameyang. Played out towards the right wing. Tries to cross. Rijkaard clears it away. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And this is Ronaldo. Platini is onto this. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Eze. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. Bergomi gets across to intercept that. He's on it, can he get away? Tries to pass it through. In by DeMarco. Climbs up big! It's a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Simeone. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. He's in plenty of space here. Araujo tries to clear. Xhaka. He's being urged to shoot. Big chance! It's Xhaka! Great effort, beautifully taken.
Granit Xhaka brilliantly took control of that, which was exactly what the situation required.
Matches Nunes, gets over and intercepts. Simeone. Now it's Xhaka.
Arsenal clearly are trying to establish themselves as a team that likes to retain the ball, Peter.
And it's a good watch, Jim, isn't it?
Well, it is, and it's always a pleasure for me to see a team move the ball in silky fashion like this. But you know what's coming next.
Simeone! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
This is why he's so highly regarded. Absolutely fantastic.
Arsenal with the corner, they're first. Now a sudden chance to counter. And the pass is intercepted. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, can they get him away? Pele, it's Pele! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Simeone getting this one clear. Arsenal have the chance to go the other way. DiMarco has created one goal already. Matheus Nunes. Simeone. And it's Eze. Steered out wide, but he won't reach that one. Eze is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Arsenal disappointing in the end there. They lack urgency. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And claimed it back swiftly. Granit Xhaka goes looking wide. Now he's got space here. Eze, Kimmich, and it's Eze. Now it's Aubameyang. He can run onto that. Oh, good take in a good area. Can he finish? It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Oh, he's been caught on it here. Griezmann with the cross.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And there is the half-time whistle. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square.
Please make sure to watch
So
the
in they
screen
come for the
for
break with nothing to
information
separate
bulletin
them.
from the
The score
regional police
1-1.
department. Substitution in progress.
There's the whistle then to start the second half. Burn cuts out the pass. Played out to the left flank. He is starved of space and time. DiMarco. Eze. Kimmich. Played down the flank. Oh, he's found support out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's their second corner of the game. And now they can spring out of defence. Out towards the flank. Crossed into the middle. Buffon deals with that nice and simple.
Arsenal clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
Burn. Now it's Griezmann. Now it's DiMarco. Now it's Aubameyang. Oh, that's Aubameyang! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Buffon. Oh, what has happened here? Matheus Nunes. And it's Kimmich. Can he finish? Goal! Arsenal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Well, I think it's pretty obvious, Peter, that this emphasises the importance of having willing runners who want to go behind that defence. One good ball, and they're in.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
DiMarco puts them all in. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 9.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
20, number 4. Joshua Kimmich.
Always onto this. It's Luis Suarez! Off the post!
Number 19.
Big relief, it just needed better contact.
He'll be annoyed with himself after that. Nothing wrong with his anticipation or his positioning.
Matheus Nunes.
Right here, right now, it's not looking favourable. They're chasing the ball and the game.
And that's a throw-in. Now it's Bale. He slings it in. Donnarumma claims it. Safe hands.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Cross to the back post. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Makaleli. Threads one in. No, that's been intercepted. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Big header! Oh, surely that deserved a better outcome.
Yeah, it's very well timed. A delivery like that with the right amount of pace and whip can be a nightmare to defend against.
Edmilson. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Just about up to 75 minutes. Aubameyang. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Messi. Granit Xhaka does have his name on the score sheet, of course. And it's Eze. Now it's Alvarez. Oh, good spread. Good ball, good take.
Arsenal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
And here's the chance to counter. Passing is crisp and sharp. And that has been slung wide. Eze. Over to the left. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Up he goes! And oh, he's got that completely wrong. Tries to play it through. Schlotterbeck. They're back in possession and ready to go again. DiMarco looking to play him in. That looks a cracking ball. Well, the run has been sold a little bit short there.
Well, everything...
He's had a shot! And yes, it's there! And surely now, the result's beyond doubt. That was easy, almost too easy.
Yeah, keeping calm and taking a touch like that when it's all going on around you isn't always that easy, but he made it look like a doddle. Finishing it off was quite simple after that.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Well, I think it's just the reward for their application. They've played with great courage to try and kill this off, and for me, it looks like they've just about done it.
And this is Luis Suarez. No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. He's a sharp little ball here. It's a promising position. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And it's Xhaka. Luis Suarez. And this is Bale. Bale! Well, now it's a race for the ball. And that is as far as it goes. A game that is a tale of one that got away. A position of great promise they established, but they lost momentum, they lost intensity, they lost their lead, and ultimately they lost the game.
And a quick announcement now. We would like to ask
Any
you all to
reflections on
kindly
what you've
stay
seen, Jim? It is edge of the seat time here. Their place in the league at stake. Great for the neutrals, utterly unbearable for anyone with a vested interest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, this guy, Donnarumma, is someone who's been predestined for greatness, Peter, and he hasn't disappointed. Immense in terms of shot stopping, we know that. But I think his distribution has also improved, and it needed to, although he likes to keep it quite safe and simple.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Well, it's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Dembele. Has a shot! Good first touch and almost as good a second.
That's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Serginho. And the pass is intercepted. Serginho gets into some space, crosses it in here, and that should get the job done. And it's Valverde. Tries to pass it through, and he's in on, tries a shot! Goal! Manchester United!
Yeah, to see it unfold as succinctly as that, it looks telepathic.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And it's Henderson.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
He had a chance to offload that left.
Good chance here! Messi! Genius! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage, he was being body-checked, Peter, and then the next minute, it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, it's been an absolutely fabulous spell for them, and they're starting to look unstoppable. There could be more on the way.
Ronaldo couldn't quite force his way through this time, but boy, he had a go at it.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back.
He's had a shot! There it is! And they are dragging it back! Game on again! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Valverde, played out to the right. Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Messi. Out towards the flank. And he's had a hit! Brilliant from Valverde! A finish right from the top draw. the goal they've been looking for. He just absolutely speared that in.
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Valverde.
Dembele. So, what can they make of this? Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
And the shot!
Approaching half-time and still behind. Can they make something happen now?
Sergio Ramos kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. Seedorf.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
He intercepts the throw, that's well read. Messi. Cristiano Ronaldo. And he's picked out the run. That is good alertness. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Bale! Just off target. This possibly the last play of the half. And that has been cleared. Cristiano Ronaldo! Henderson takes control of it and he's on the move. And here's the chance to counter. That's a shade optimistic. And the first 45 minutes are up.
And a quick reminder today that parking in the area around the stadium is strictly forbidden. Please use parking provided by the club or any other paid parking facilities in the area.
That gets things going for the second half.
Well, I think they have to be positive despite the scoreline. The one thing they don't want to do, Peter, is give away an early goal. But they can't afford to get too cagey either. So attack with real devilment, go for that goal and see if they can unsettle them.
Chance to deliver. And here's Dembele. Chance for a shot! Relentless! Just relentless!